Hey everybody, this is Patrick Brogley with Keller Williams on the water, Sarasota, at a Northport, one of the few and proud. I wanted to be able to give a little bit of a market update and share some of my experience, my team and I's experience with regards to how to sell your house for more money and in less time. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about the update, the market update for where we're at. It's March. It's the end of March. We're in spring. We are doing very well here. One of the few agents from the Keller Williams office that works out of Northport, one of the few and proud. And Northport is a fantastic community. It's the fourth fastest growing community in the state of Florida. And by geographical area, we're one of the largest cities in Florida as well. So I wanted to share just a couple of things with Keller Williams. It's a great culture. It's a great community. Everybody is available to help one another. We're all here to assist each other's needs and be of support and service to our respective customers as well. One of the major things that they've taught us when we start with Keller Williams is that we always operate as a single agency transaction, which means we don't guide the transaction and stand as a referee for the transaction. We support the best interest of our customers. So whether we're representing the seller or whether we're representing the buyer, our needs are always to have due diligence, loyalty, obedience, care, and we want to be able to help our customers achieve the highest and best returns possible on their respective investments. So if we're working for the seller, our job is to be able to procure as many offers and have an accepted agreement, an executed agreement with the highest price, terms, and conditions possible. If we're representing the buyer, we want to be able to help our customer to be able to achieve the best price possible, the lowest price, terms, and conditions possible. So we don't... we're not a middleman when it comes to dealing in real estate. We work for one or the other. We work for the seller or we work for the buyer. Some of the things that we do within Keller Williams, we have a lot of great resources, a lot of great technology and tools to be able to really kind of stand out from the crowd. For instance, when we place a property on the market, not only does it go to the local regional MLS, but we have a resource that allows us to syndicate our respective listings and market our listings to over 900 third-party websites all around the world. So there's tons, exponential traffic, increased visibility, increased exposure. We have 150,000 agents worldwide. So we have, again, international exposure. We have 150 agents in our local office at Keller Williams on the water, Sarasota. Again, tons of support. Everybody's available to assist one another and share our experiences. In this area, the local Sarasota, Manatee, Northport MSA, we have about 6 to 7% of international buyers in the state of Florida. So even though our community is not the largest community, in comparison to South Florida region or Orlando, Central Florida region, or Jacksonville area, even St. Petersburg, Tampa area, we have a pretty decent market share of international buyers for within Florida. We always do, our team and I, we always employ professional photography, and that's a really key thing. It's one of the most important things. If you have your property for sale, whether you're doing it on your own, whether you have a realtor that's working for you, you always want to have professional photography. We want to be able to have high resolution photography, bright colors, bright photos, clear photos. They're crisp, they're sharp. We want to be able to convey to the buyer that this is an attractive property to see. This is something that you're going to want to check out. 90 to 95% of buyers today start their home search in their living room, in their dining room, on their couch, in the kitchen, eat-in kitchen. So whether they're at work, whether they're on their desktop, their laptop, whether they're flipping through photos and going through homes for sale on their iPhone or their smartphone. We only have a certain number of chances. There's a lot of inventory on the market, and that's something that I wanted to share with everybody. I wanted to give an update for the month. There's a lot of inventory on the market, so we have to be able to stand out from the rest. I can't tell you how many times that I've seen properties online where the photos are completely dark. Yeah, I mean, you don't even know what you're looking at. I can't tell if it's a bedroom or if it's a living room or a kitchen. I mean, it's odd. So we have to be able to stand out. Crisp, high-resolution photography that's clear, that's bright, that's colorful, that's attractive. We want to be able to procure showings. That's the bottom line. The more number of showings we have, the greater opportunity that we have to procure an offer. The more number of offers we have, the better our choices. We want it to be a seller's market if we're representing a seller. Anything less than 90 days on market, it's a seller's market. If it goes beyond 90 days, it turns into a buyer's market. And the longer the property is online, the longer the property is for sale, the less number of chances we have to procure an offer that's acceptable, that will go forth to an executed agreement. So anytime we represent our customers, we always have professional photography. We include aerial photography as well to include the adjacent land, whether there's water frontage, whether there's canal frontage, whether there is going to be lake frontage, whether there's a clubhouse and a community, tennis courts, swimming pools. We always want to be able to capture everything that the home has to offer. So all of the amenities included, whether it's a fitness center, whether it's a business center in the clubhouse, all of those things are going to be conveyed online on the listing. So again, then it's syndicated to 900 third-party websites, everything from Zillow to Trulia to HotPad. So that's a great resource. It's a great tool that we have with Keller Williams to be able to push out, increase the number of visitors, increase the exposure, increase the visibility of the property for sale. We always do professional landscaping. So when we have flowers and plants and bushes that really kind of create that curb appeal, again, they're starting the search, the home buying process starts online. So on their smartphone, on their iPad, on their desktop, laptop. So the curb appeal starts there. We want to be able to have colorful plants, colorful flowers. We want to be able to kind of convey that it's an attractive home, that it's been well maintained, that it's been cared for, that it's really neat, it's sharp. Again, standing out from the rest. There's a lot of inventory on the market. We want to stand out from the rest. We always do a 1-year home warranty from the date of closing to the buyer. So that's an incentive. That's a huge incentive. Homes with warranties, properties for sale with warranties sell for 11 days faster and for $2,300 more. So if the buyer ever has an issue, it's a service call of $75. Whether it needs to be replaced or repaired, it's done on the spot for $75 for anything that they need. It's one service call, and it's either replaced or repaired. So that's a huge incentive. Not a lot of properties on the market have a warranty. If you're looking at a new home construction, most of the time they have a warranty. However, you have to be careful today with the way that these homes are built. There's a lot of homes on the build. You always got to check the quality, the materials that are being utilized to construct the homes. How fast is the foundation being laid? We see a lot of homes that have cracking, that have the settling. So got to be careful when you're looking at new home construction. Check out the quality. Do all of the cabinets line up? Do the drawers close properly? Is there, crown molding? Little details you'll be able to notice if it's, done right. So that's another contender. A lot of homes are on the market. People say, well, why would I want to purchase a used home when I can have a new home? Check the quality, check the materials of the property. We always do just listed postcards. We do social media marketing, online advertising. So sometimes we'll be able to reach 12 to 15,000 buyers, potential buyers, in our locality. We always do custom flyers with the high resolution photography. Sometimes we'll do a Matterport tour, which is a 3D virtual tour, depending on the list price of the property being offered for sale. Buyers want to see that. They want to take their time. They want to be able to preview the property being, for sale, especially if it's a luxury property. If it's above $500,000, we'll always put a Matterport tour on the property. A 3D virtual tour, you'll be able to see every nook and cranny of the entire home. It's a really fantastic resource. We do video walkthrough tours. We always do open house events through Keller Williams. Some of the specialties that we offer is an open house event. We have tons of signage. It's called Paint the Town Red. It's sort of like an extravaganza. So we have every brokerage, Keller Williams brokerage in the area, in the immediate area, that's holding their respective listings on the same day for the open houses. We publicize that in a magazine as well as the local newspaper too. I just wanted to share my experience. Our team, we always remain in communication with our customers. We don't leave anybody in the dark. We want to have an open line of communication. We want to be able to have feedback to give to our customers. When there's showings, we give feedback. We want to let them know, hey, this is what people are saying. This is what they're liking. This is what they're not liking. So that those are important qualities to be able to have a realtor that's working for you, that's remaining in contact. We're not a team that has 20 to 25 listings at a time. We're a smaller team. We want to be able to pay mind and have a good amount of allocation for each one of our properties that we're servicing. We want to be able to service the property correctly. Nobody gets left in the dark. Anytime anybody has a question, anytime anybody has a concern, anytime anybody needs to get in contact, we're available by phone, by text, by email. We're working really hard. It's 12, 14-hour days sometimes. So it's a hot market right now. There's a lot of inventory on the market, and there's a lot of new construction. Northport's at about a 20 to 25% development rate. Again, we're the fourth fastest growing community in the state of Florida. So it's a great time to sell. If you have any questions right now, I'd be happy and honored to be able to share my experience. If you just have a question, if you might think about, putting your property on the market for sale by owner, I'm honored to help in any way that I can, any way that I could help somebody else. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do so. My number is 941-387-6383. Again, my name is Patrick Brogley. 941-387-6383. You can email me at patrickbrogley@kw.com. Brogley is spelled Brogley. To the market update. Right now, for homes under $250,000, we're getting January, February, and March have been good months. There's a lot of homes that were on the market, but there's also a lot of homes that went under contract these last couple of months. In Sarasota County, the entire county, there's been 746 and 736 homes for sale for January and February. The number of homes that were sold were 232 and 244 respectively. The number of homes that went under contract is 317 and 358 respectively. So that's a little different from last year at this time. Last year there was 651 and 680 homes for sale respectively during those months. 316 and 355 went under contract respectively for January, February. And the number of homes sold was 282 and 248. So that's actually, the number of homes sold is a drop from last year. But there's more homes on the market than there was at this time last year. And just about the same number of homes that went under contract for each month. It's pretty much the same. Again, more number of homes on the market. There's more inventory. There's more, and not the same amount of demand. The prices may potentially drop, but it's too soon to know. It's been pretty steady. The average price per square foot This last month and the month prior, January, February, is $125 and $127 per square foot. Last year at the same time, it was $113 and $117 per square foot. So we're seeing a nice increase. The market is continuing to get better, and that's a good thing. So if you're thinking about selling, now may be the time to do so. You also have to think, in March, people are going back home. So some of the listings will be taken off the market, and then of course less inventory with this, same relative amount of demand. That's good. We have the sold price per square foot, or sold price to original listing price, is about 95% ratio, 94 to 95% list price to sold price. Last year at the same time, it was 93 and 94% of sold price to list price ratio. I wanted to also go over the dollar, the average dollars, which was list price 198 and 199,000 average for Sarasota County. What it was sold for was 178 and 177,000 for January and February, respectively. Last year at this time, it was 186,000 and 187,000 for the list price. And what it actually sold for was $163,000 and $170,000, respectively. This is for residential single-family homes under $250,000. So that's a little market update. I wanted to go over just one more update for everything from $250,000 to $500,000. Last month and the month prior, there was 1,333 homes on the market. In February was 1,316 homes on the market. Only 273 and 344 for January, February, respectively, went under contract, and 168 and 184 homes were sold for January and February. This is 250,000 to 500,000. Residential single-family homes. Last year at this time, it was 957 and 1,067 homes for sale on the market for January, February. 228, 277 went under contract. 170 and 186 homes were sold last year. So the number of homes sold about the same. Number of homes that went under contract, relatively the same, except for last month in comparison to last year in February. And the number of homes that are on the market has significantly increased from last year. So again, more inventory. There's more inventory. The average price per square foot from $250,000 to $500,000 is $166 per square foot. This is sold price in the entire county of Sarasota, and $172 per square foot January and February, respectively. January, February last year, $161, $165 per square foot. In Sarasota County, $250,000 to $500,000. Days on market, anything under 90 days on market, again, is a seller's market. Anything above 90 days is considered to be a buyer's market. So last month and the month prior, we had 76 days and 72 days for January, February, respectively. Last year, at the same time, there was 60 days on market and 81 days on market. The list price to sold price ratio is 93%. Last year it was 94 and 93%. The average for sale price and sold, $250,000 to $500,000 is $365,000 list price, and the average is $343 sold price. Last year at this time, 363,000 list price, and 341 and 342,000 sold price. So that's a little bit of a market update for this month. It's March, so we're giving the numbers for January and February. Next month we'll give the numbers for March. So wanted to give you an update. If you have questions, if you want to know how to price your home, I'm more than happy to help. My name is Patrick Brogley with Patrick Brogley Real Estate. Keller Williams on the water out of Sarasota. In Northport, we're doing very well, one of the few and proud. My number is 941-387-6383. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.